The story continues as Taehyun stares at the guy with an annoyance written all over his face. Who is this? Oh, isn't that the guild master of the idiotic overkill guild? The guy, Kim Yi-hyuk, continued his one-sided taunts hoping to get a reaction out of Taehyun. Unfortunately for him, Taehyun didn't take the bait and replied that he had limited time to accept his ridiculous provocation as he taps him on the chest. Realizing his initial taunts were not working, he moves on anyway that Taehyun must be purposely choosing entering low-ranked dungeons. Hisu inquires what the hell he was referring to. He smiles, saying while there have been coincidental cases where the dungeons became a rank error dungeon, Taehyun went in anyway with the purpose of raiding, not rescuing, right? Hisu got antagonized as she tries to explain, but Taehyun cut her off, reminding her not to act out. He then tells the security man that they were entering so he should open the door. He obliged, informing the association president, Han Keelman, that the Overkill and Shinhwa Guild's masters are here. The old guy sitting across his office with his fingers intertwined replied for them to come in. At the door, the security guy asked the squatting Hisu if she would like a cup of tea, to which she declined. In the office, Han Keelman speaks with a stern face that 3 days ago, unconfirmed gate appeared and disappeared in the suburbs. Was it a rank error dungeon? Taehyun asked. No, like I said, it was unconfirmed. It wasn't possible to measure the man of the gate. This shocked both guild leaders, with Kim Yi-hyuk loudly saying, "What?" Taehyun thought it was strange, a gate that couldn't even be measured. A gate's rank is decided from two things. First, using a special measuring instrument to measure the mana of the gate itself. Normally, the gate's calculated final rank is equal to the rank of the monsters inside of the gate. Rank error dungeons occur when the gate's mana rapidly increases. However, it's different from this situation when the measurement didn't even occur yet. Second, by combining the reported contents of the scouts inserted by the association. Then did you try sending in the scouts? Taehyun asked. We did, 5 times at that, Han Keelman answered, however, none returned. Crossing his legs, Kim Yi-hyuk again says, what? You don't know the rank of the gate, you have no info, and you didn't let me know immediately either. You're not trying to just shift the blame, are you? President Han continued that they don't know how long the curtain of the gate with the unknown rank will maintain, so in this situation, if they leave it be, it wouldn't be odd if monsters burst out eventually. There's been a case like that before, and every time, it was like hell to deal with. Although it's shameless of him to request, he proceeds to ask them to handle this emergency and will not take refusals this time. He wants the two guilds, Overkill and Shinhwa, to work together and raid this unconfirmed gate. He originally wanted to send in the Hyunmu Guild as well, but due to a sudden foreign dispatch, they can't join them. It's a serious enough situation to call all 3 of the big guilds. The deadline is in 2 days, and I'll prepare support funds and reward money to the greatest degree. Of course, if there's anything else you need, we'll help you out to the best of our ability. Holding his chin, Taehyun looks to be in thoughts. He raised his hands, then proceeds to ask that do they need to make their team based on only guild members? It doesn't matter, President Han answered. However, since the existence of that gate could bring chaos and panic to the general public, I'll allow a small amount of people whose identities are assured. Kim Yi-hyuk notices that Taehyun seems to be delighted to hear that as he smiles while he answered that he understood. Meanwhile, in the Shinhwa Guild, the guild master, Kim Yi-hyuk, takes off his jacket as he tells his assistants to assemble a team using only guild members ranked A or higher. And it should be those who can depart in 2 days. With a snobbish expression, he remembers Taehyun's smile, thinking that the bastard must have a card up his sleeve, and he doesn't like it one bit. He clenches teeth, thinking how annoying Taehyun is and how this is the perfect opportunity to stomp him down. As he approaches his office, he tells his assistants with a cold gaze, yes, include her on the team. Pardon? Kan Yuran, call that bitch. The male assistant immediately reminds Kim Yi-hyuk that Kan Yuran is not affiliated with their guild, and with her personality, she will definitely reject their request. Kim Yu replied that anyone with a brain knows this. They should bring her using whatever means they can and get her to seat in front of him. He then continues to threaten them if they fail, they should prepare to never find a job in their current field again. Kim Yi-hyuk thought to himself that this is also the perfect time to properly scout Kan Yuran, who is unaffiliated with any guild. 2 birds with 1 stone. he will show Tian that even among the big guilds, there are different ranks. 2 days later, Tian together with his team, including Junseo, wait for the other party members for the raid. The young guy in their party complains about the arrival of the Shinhwa Guild. The Vice Guild Master replies that there's still 5 minutes left and Shinhwa Guild was always like this, but they always come right on time. Ha, gosh, that's why I don't like prim bastards. They have no manners at all. The young guy, Sung Jae-hee, continues as she twirls her gun. Will they learn manners if I shoot a hole in their heads? Tian and Junseo watch incongruously as the Vice Master holds Sung Jae-hee's head, childishly saying that he should watch her words. Ouch, gosh, the Vice Guild Master is so brutishly strong. What? Brutish? They continued their cat and mouse chase. Junseo, watching them together with Tian, tells him that his guild members have quite a good relationship. Tian answered that even if they look like that now, they're reliable during battle. He continues by thanking Junseo for agreeing for coming. Honestly, he thought Junseo would refuse. I told you, I used the items you gave me well. I have to honor too. Junseo replied to Tian while thinking, of course, that's not the only reason. 5 days ago, a system window suddenly appeared in front of me. A hidden quest that only a small number of players receive. Player selection hasn't even started yet, but I'm already receiving a hidden quest. There's no reason for me to decline. Although they have extreme levels of difficulty, if you clear them, you'll receive incredible rewards. And some people have even awakened new abilities altogether. But to think it'd be this dungeon. Tian tells Junseo that he wants to apologize on behalf of the rudeness that bastard Kim Yi-hyuk will do from now on. At the same time, Kim Yi-hyuk appeared with his party saying, "What? You're all early. Sorry. I have a lot of work, you see, but it seems like the Overkill Guild has a lot of time. Well, you are all going around to low-ranking dates, so no wonder you have so much time." The Vice Master told Sung Jae-hee to ignore them. However, Sung Jae-hee, being a quick mouth, tried to talk, but the Vice Master covered his mouth with his hand to keep him quiet. Junseo thought that Overkill Guild and Shinhwa Guild are still on bad terms, since it's not just an emotional fight between the guilds, but the mass media all debate about who is stronger between the two guilds. Kim Yi-hyuk noticed Junseo, then starts to laugh loudly. He continues with his usual mockery that what's that? Is he your hidden card? You acted as if you had something, but it was him? Look at his clothes. Are you on a trip? Huh? You guys are all going too far. You are basically asking to be carried. Is raiding a dungeon a joke? The blonde lady in his guild asks her guild master to please control his temper because they also have new members. Kang Yuran said from behind that didn't they say that they had no time to lose? She continues that they have no time to argue, so they should hurry up and go. Sung Jae-hee was shocked with their party lineup. He said that Korean's strongest elemental master who can use all 6 elements, Kang Yoran, and the S-ranked sorcerer Kim Yi-hyuk are all here just for this raid. It's an all-star lineup. With this lineup the raid will be a piece of cake. Meanwhile, Junseo was thinking differently. This is a dungeon that failed to be raided in his past life. Of the 8 party members in the last round, only Taehyun survived from this dungeon, and he barely at that. Using trespass skill afterwards, the gate suddenly disappeared, and it remained as an unprecedented case where 7 high-ranked awakened were declared missing. Due to the association working hard to censor everything, the information on this dungeon was non-existent. I can't guarantee that we'll defeat it this time also. As the party entered the dungeon, they entered a mansion. Sung Jae-hee commented loudly that it was cool, to which the Vice Master told him to lower his voice. The gate behind them closes, alerting the party. The guild Vice Master tried to reopen the gate. The others joined in and tried to open it by force, but it wouldn't budge. Kim Yi-hyuk told them to step aside for him to try, but he was interrupted by something behind him. Turns out it was a bunch of dolls. He punches the incoming doll, asking what they are. After the dolls were defeated, the blonde lady asked her guild master about her skills. Kim Yi-hyuk interrupted her that she shouldn't worry because he wouldn't use his skills on these small fries. The blonde was shocked, alerting her guild master as the dolls resurrects. Kim Yi-hyuk smirks as he crosses his arms. He then releases as 2 massive extended hands form with a posture as his actual arms are. The dolls stare as the hands strike them. Sung Jae-hee pairs up with his guild vice master as he shoots at the dolls. A guy from the Kim Yi-hyuk's party attacks the dolls with a spear. Jinseo asks Kang Yorin whether she was going to help the party to fight the dolls. She answered him by asking, "What about you?" Jinseo replied that he was a production-based support. Kang Yorin proceeds to say that there's no big reason to try hard for a party like this. She continued that she was slightly excited because she heard Korea's strongest would be in this raid, but everyone here is just fancy on the outside and can't even kill a bunch of dolls. If I knew that it was going to be like this, I would have rejected the invitation. Jinseo thought that it was strange that the polluted mana by the dolls were definitely not normal. And are those threads? He stares up at an object that seems to be holding all the mana that keeps resurrecting the dolls. No one seems to see it except him. He wanted to break it, but the problem was that he didn't want to reveal his skills. Kang Yorin sees a bug and immediately iced it. Jinseo points at the object, saying that if she had mana to use on bugs, then she wouldn't mind sending some over there. Kang Yorin replied as she electrocutes another bug with the tip of her finger, saying that she only kills what she wants. Knowing her dislike towards bugs, Jinseo created a huge bug at where the object is hanging and tells Kang Yorin. Without missing a beat, she conjures a massive fireball that burns the object and the bug to a crisp. Kim Yi-hyuk was momentarily distracted, wondering what could have made Kang Yorin use her skill like that. The dolls stopped moving and couldn't resurrect once defeated. I finally felt like I warmed up, but I guess small fries are small fries in the end, Kim Yi-hyuk says as he crushed a doll's head. Jinseo knelt at where the object fell and begun absorbing the polluted mana. He wondered if this was the source of why they failed in his past life. Taein told his vice master that they should search the entirety of the first floor since they don't know for sure that there aren't any monsters left. Understood, the vice master told the rest of the party to follow his lead. At the same time, Kim Yi-hyuk shouts for everyone to move aside as he runs ahead. He smirks as he joyfully beats the remaining dolls. Jinseo asked Sung Jae-hee to shoot over to where another polluted mana object was. And this is how they traveled through the rest of the rooms, completing the first floor easily. Taein told the party that they've covered the entire first floor, so they should go up the second floor now. As always, Kim Yi-hyuk tried to pick a fight with Taein, saying that he knows and should stop acting like the leader of the party. He was ignored by the Overkill Guild, which annoyed him. He clenched his teeth as he vowed to smash Taein's pride, then flinches when he felt a sudden pain, but it was gone as soon as it happened. He wondered if he just imagined it. Jinseo deliberately stayed behind to check a room that was bothering him. He notices the massive amount of polluted mana in the room. "Damn it, I don't have time to use my skill," Kim Yi-hyuk says as the entire party struggle to fight off the monster. Turns out the monster is invisible and it's a high rank. "Is everyone okay?" Taein asked. His guild members answered that they are fine, but then, the vice guild master continued that Jinseo is missing. Taein looked visibly worried as he shouted Jinseo's name. Meanwhile, Jinseo finished absorbing the polluted mana and decided to join the party, but the hatch beneath him suddenly opens with an eerie sound. Jinseo was shocked as a little blonde girl holding a small doll close to her chest came out from the hatch.